Okay, let's jump right into it. Today we're doing a deep dive into the ancient world of really big building projects. We're looking specifically at 1 Kings chapter 5.
Right. And it's a fascinating moment. Solomon's just become king. His father David's wars are finally over. So there's this period of peace described, all quiet.
Yeah, and the text immediately links this piece to Solomon's big goal, building the temple for the Lord. It's not just like something he decided to do, it's positioned as fulfilling God's promise to David.
Exactly. It's a huge shift from constant warfare under David to, well, this incredibly ambitious construction project under Solomon.
And you see the ambition straight away in the alliances he makes. He reaches out to Hiram, the king of Tyre.
A key relationship.
Mm.
The text actually points out Hiram and David had been friends.
So Solomon sends this message, and it's quite specific, isn't it? He explains why David couldn't build it.
Yeah, he basically says, look, my father was surrounded by wars. He just didn't have the bandwidth.
But now Solomon says there's peace on all sides.
So I'm going to build this house for the Lord, just like God had said David's son would. It's laying out the divine mandate, you know?
And he gets right down to the logistics. He asks Hiram for cedar wood from Lebanon.
And he acknowledges Hiram's people, the Sidonians, are the experts. They have the unique skills for felling timber.
Which is smart diplomacy, recognizing their expertise. And then there's the payment offer.
Right. Solomon says he'll pay whatever wages Hiram sets. It's quite an open offer.
And he wants his guys working with Hiram's guys. So it's collaboration, not just buying logs.
It's a joint venture, essentially. And Hiram's response? Over the moon, apparently?
Yeah, the text says he rejoiced greatly, even praised the Lord for giving David such a wise son.
Shows how strong that pre-existing political tie must have been. So the deal's made. Hiram promises the cedar and also pine logs. Really valuable stuff.
And how does he get it there?
By sea. He says he'll float them down the coast as rafts to wherever Solomon wants them delivered.
But it's not free. Hiram has a request too.
Yep. Quid pro quo. He asks for food supplies for his royal household.
And the scale of that trade is, well, it's pretty staggering. It wasn't a one-off.
No, year after year, 20,000 cores of wheat, 20,000 baths of pressed olive oil.
What kind of volume are we talking about there?
Huge amounts. A core could be hundreds of pounds of grain. A bath was a large liquid measure. Think massive, regular shipments of essential food and valuable oil.
So this supports Hiram's kingdom while Solomon gets his timber. It's a structured economic agreement.
Absolutely. And the text ties this successful deal directly to Solomon's wisdom, granted by the Lord.
It emphasizes the outcome. Peace between them, a formal treaty. This whole temple project starts with serious statecraft.
It really does. It's international relations, economics, and piety all rolled into one.
Okay, so the deal's done. Now, what about the people needed to actually do the work? The sheer manpower.
Oh, it's immense. Solomon conscripts labor from all Israel. 30,000 men.
30,000, just for the logging in Lebanon.
Yeah, sent in shifts. 10,000 go up for a month, then they're home for 2 months while the next group goes. Keeps it rotating.
And there's a specific guy in charge of this forced labor, Adoniram.
That's just the timber crew. Then you've got the stone workers back in Israel's hills.
How many?
70,000 carriers people hauling materials. And 80,000 stone cutters quarrying the rock.
Wait, so add that up, 30K plus 70K plus 80K, that's 180,000 laborers.
Just for the raw materials phase, yes. It's enormous mobilization of people.
You can't just have that many people running around. How is it managed?
Well, the text mentions 3,300 foremen, supervisors overseeing the work, directing the laborers.
3,300 managers. That points to a pretty sophisticated level of organization for that time.
Definitely. And the materials themselves weren't just hacked out. They quarried large, high-quality stone blocks. And they were dressed, shaped, and finished right there at the quarry, specifically for the temple's foundation.
Precision work, even at that scale.
Very skilled work. And it wasn't just Solomon's people or Hiram's people doing all of it.
Right. Who else?
The text mentions craftsmen from Jabal, also known as Byblos, were involved in preparing the timber and stone. They were famous stonemasons.
So an international team of specialists, really. You've got Tyre's loggers, Kubal's masons, Israel's laborers.
Exactly. Combining different skill sets from across the region.
So when you look at the whole picture in this chapter, the diplomacy, the huge trade agreement, the mind-boggling number of workers, the layers of management, the international specialists, what does it tell you about what these ancient kingdoms could actually pull off? It's more than just building something, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It shows incredible capacity for planning, resource management, logistics, and international cooperation on a, frankly, monumental scale. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. Think about the level of detail here.
Specific names, trade quantities, labor numbers, types of skills, where people came from. Why record all that?
What is that intense focus on, the nuts and bolts, the logistics? Tell us about how important this specific project was seen by the people who wrote this history down.
Yeah, it suggests it wasn't just another royal building. It was something foundational, something defining, worth remembering in minute detail. A massive undertaking, captured for millennia, really makes you think about the sheer scale and coordination involved.